Hello, today I'm going to be talking about the basics of verbal business communication, aka when you're face to face with someone having a conversation versus on paper or writing an email. So our agenda for today is we are going to talk about the three most basic, simple steps to incorporate in your business communication when you're face to face with someone. We have your word choice, your body language, and mindful listening. So let's jump right in. The first thing is your word choice. How many times have you been in a conversation with someone and they've used a slang term like 6'7", cool beans, that's rad, that's pretty sick, and you're sitting there wondering, what did they just say to me? What does that mean? Hold on, let me go ask someone, let me look it up, I don't understand it. Not every term you use is going to make sense to everyone you use it with. Me personally, I have no idea what 6'7" means, but I know everyone's talking about it right now, or the young kids are anyways. But when you're talking with someone face to face, even written or in an email as well, you try to use commonplace words that everyone is going to understand, that don't have an ulterior meaning if you can prevent it, but keep it simple and commonplace so everyone can understand it and there won't be any potential for misunderstandings or miscommunication. The second thing is your body language. I'm pretty sure we've all talked to someone who's standing there like this. And you can tell they're not interested in what it is that you're talking to them about. So chances are you're going to cut the conversation short and walk away from it. Or just be like, okay, cool. They don't care what I'm talking about. So when you are in a situation where you're standing face to face with someone, try to make sure your body language is open and receptive to the conversation. That also includes your face. Don't be sitting there with a scowl and a grumpy face. Try to keep it neutral. If you can't smile, just a simple, neutral expression will work. Your body, try to keep your hands open down by your sides, not crossed over your chest. Try to maintain it to where you're facing them, not turned sideways. You want them to think that you are paying complete attention to them and you're open to the conversation. The last thing I want to cover is mindful listening. We are all guilty of being in a conversation with someone and getting distracted by something else that's going on, whether it's a random thought in your head or you're trying to think of what to reply to what they're saying to you. You need to stop that. You need to be present in the conversation and actively listening to what they're saying, because in the long run, it's going to give you an opportunity to ask better questions for follow-up or to have a better understanding of the subject matter they were discussing with you. Even though it's very hard, try to stay with your mind on the topic of conversation. It will make a big difference in the rest of that conversation. In conclusion, I know these things sound pretty easy, but truthfully, they can be hard to integrate. You're breaking old habits and you're trying to form new ones. Don't give up on it, though. These things are very important in your verbal face-to-face communication with other people in the business workplace. It'll make sure you're not having any misunderstandings or having people feel like you aren't paying attention. So that's all I have about that. But just try to incorporate these practices and don't be afraid if you're going to fail. Try again. Just keep trying. Thank you.